as the race was going on this weekend, you were telling me that you're like over it. You're over the road course thing. You're like, I don't even know if I want to go to the Roval now.
Yeah.
Are you that sick of it?
I'm not sick of the road course tracks,
right?
The road course racing. I'm sick of this car on road courses.
Yeah,
because it's trash.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolute trash.
It's just not working. Definitely, the driving around, it's boring as all get out. There's moments. If they hadn't taken the cautions away, that would have helped. Stage, I mean, you hate to hear people say that, but I don't know what else to do. You got to get the cars back together if you want to see a race other than people just running away.
I don't think it matters if you
might be right.
The cautions or not. I think
because people just pull away pretty quick.
They need that, but they need to fix the freaking car and the tires. But then they also need to adjust the stage brakes.
Yeah.
Laps.
Yeah.
To where it makes people choose.
To put a bigger strategy in there. Yeah, other than everybody's just okay.
But the car's the main problem.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree. You know who didn't have a problem though? Your boy
Slick Billy.
He got the big 24, winning again. Most wins of the year. The man is hot.
Cinco de Mayo.
I've got nothing bad. I've got no wrench to throw at him. I've got no oh wait, something's going to happen. As far as I could know about anything, the 24 is the champion. Just give him a cup.
Give it.
It's over this weekend. It's over. The regular season is over this weekend.
But he's not going to win the regular season points.
But I'm just saying we're at the playoffs. This man's got all the wins. He's gonna be top playoff driver though. So I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's wrap it up and see what happened.
Yeah.
It's Wrap It Up, the game show for people who don't know how games work. We are going through every paint scheme coming up for Daytona. And in the order that they finished last week from Watkins Glen, listen, I was just saying random crap, but we are giving away stuff.
We are.
And all you have to do is just comment who the winner will be this week, and you can win this prize. We'll get back to it later.
Tell
it's
us
that simple.
Who's going to win this week? Yes. At the Super Speedway.
Oh. Listen, I would not be in disbelief if this man won again.
He might.
He very well might. He is a threat anywhere we go at this moment. He's got the Raptor, going to put it out there, got the points. What is he able to win the regular season championship at this point, or is it pretty much Truex has got it clinched if he doesn't just wreck out?
I do not know.
Because Truex is pretty far up there. I know Denny is trying to catch him, but cannot. Like, I know the 11 cannot pass the 19 for the regular season points unless the 19 goes out and the 11 does something. I'm not sure about the 24.
I'm doing some mental math here.
Do that math.
I don't think, no.
No?
He's almost 2 races behind Martin Truex.
Oh, crap.
So
even with the wins, wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Man, listen, this is another 24. Remember, 96? What did the 24 car won, like 8 races, 9 races? I don't remember.
9,
and Terry Labonte won 2. But that consistency, Terry Labonte never had any one bad finish the whole season, as where Gordon had a bunch. So consistency. Here's a man who's got consistency going. Hey, FedEx is back.
What do they care about?
Just hanging around.
They're back. They're caring. They're warm. Operation Warm.
He likes
it is warm right now. It's warm outside.
It is warm.
They succeeded. They cared
it's
about
you. Warm. Remember when we were in Daytona last year? It was pretty warm.
It was pretty warm, and it was raining, and it was tropical.
Yeah.
Of
course, we had to sit in the midday sun on Sunday because of the Saturday night race was rained out.
That's right. That's the part I did not enjoy the most.
Yeah.
FedEx is back. Listen, the whole horseshoe of everything's fell apart this week. The 11 all of a sudden is in the exact same spot Kyle Busch was last year. He doesn't know if he's coming back. They know his lawyers have met with Ford representatives, Denny Hamlin's personally, and Denny says he cannot sign anything as a driver until 2311 signs with Toyota and until charters are set there and something else. And so that's holding him up. And so now Ford's ready to pounce, wants to come in, and basically my understanding is buy out the 10 car and maybe the 41 charters from Stewart Haas, put them down to a 2-car team, move those charters over to 2311, and 2311 become a new big dog Ford team. And Stewart Haas steps back and gets $40 to $50 million for those 2 charters. I'm thinking it's like Ford's basically buying the Chargers for 411 at the same time injecting that cash into Stewart-Haas to try to raise up the 4 and the 14 car. But none of this is official. But based on and again, last year I would have been like, there's no freaking way any of this is going to happen. But who the freak knows? So now all of a sudden,
I mean, Ryan Preece doesn't have a contract, right?
I don't think so. And the 10 is definitely gone, they're saying. Smithfield is said they're not coming back.
Well,
Eric Almirola is just waiting on his notice. So the 10 car is definitely going to shut down.
Well,
that's the words. Here's the 20 car. That's 2 10 cars.
Well, they just switched the numbers from the 11 and the 20.
There you go.
Painted it the same
That's
way.
it, right? Yahoo. I expected Bell to be running a little bit stronger, to be honest. I mean, listen, I know he's in third right here, and I'm like, oh, a podium finish. That's bad. I expect Bell to have more wins. Let's say that.
Yeah. Well, he didn't really take off until
true.
This time last year.
Maybe he knows when to peak. Maybe he knows what's going on.
He's
got a purple car. I don't know if that does you any good or helps you or hurts you. Oh, look, there's that top 5 we talked about from the Magic Man.
Yeah.
Oh. He
Solid run.
needed the win, though.
He did need a win.
The win. He's done. I mean, he could win Daytona, I guess. Anybody could.
Yeah.
Right? But that's...
Well, not anybody can. I mean...
Ty Dillon.
Probably not, yeah.
Ty Dillon.
It's sad when even, like, a lottery random throw, you're like, nah, there's no way. Action got that new paint scheme again. Dinger... well, man, I've just been so wrong. Look at this, top 5. I was giving him the go last week. I was talking it up. It worked out. I didn't look like a moron. Top 5. This is his best finish, Cup. Right?
This is.
He, also, Monster. There's 3 Monster cars this week. Monster's really, 1/12 of the cars on the track are sponsored by Monster.
I love it.
How, they got money. It must be like no money involved in making a Monster. Like, you find what, like some kind of drug paraphernalia on the street in the city. You mix that in with water and like radiator fluid. How much could that cost you? Like a penny a jar. I mean,
That's right.
Sell it for, what do they sell for, $17 a can? It's pretty expensive.
So my favorite comment on all the social webs this week about NASCAR that I've been watching was about this guy. And they were talking about his comments about Sam Mayer. And they were comparing that to Kyle Larson making the same comment about Ty Dillon and saying that there's no reason to say it. They were saying it would be like Kyle Larson saying, I'm better a race car driver than Ty Dillon.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, that's a little extreme. Ty's, getting dead last finishes, and Sam Mayer just won 2 races this year. I don't know if it's that bad. I mean, come on. I know they've supposedly had a rivalry like since they were like 13 or something.
I don't think they like each other.
Yeah, like they've been coming up the whole time and not happy with each other. Ty just got there first. New scheme
Ducks.
for the 19. He's got ducks now.
Ooh, ducks.
That's the corn dog man.
Anything about water, he's all about it. You got the fish, you got the ducks, you got the fish tanks. For whatever reason.
This is ugly.
It is ugly, isn't it? It's
like
very simple. It's too simple. And really, it doesn't even say anything to me. It just says ducks.
Ducks.
Johnny just says ducks.
And it's
make more ducks. I'll shoot them. You make more. Advertise. Just put their head on it. It's a weird scheme. Green and blue together. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to. Oh, here's more green and blue, but it looks better.
I don't know why.
Better.
It
why?
does.
This man.
Because it's just, they actually thought about it.
A little bit of work. This guy maybe peaking at the right time. Look at him in the top 10. All of a sudden, he's a contender. Going to run for the Cup. The 17 car. Where does it come from?
And 17 or 6 got a good shot at winning this week.
That's very true.
I think they could work together.
Yeah, I suspect they push the 6 a little harder, but it could be any of them. But I think the 6 is maybe going to make it anyway. You think? I mean,
he's
close.
locked in.
Oh, he's got. Okay, did he get him and Harvick both got locked in last week?
So Bubba Wallace
so
is
he's
the
good.
only.
So okay.
Yep.
So Bubba's got to beat who? Somebody. There's still somebody who can knock.
Well, if we have a new winner, then Bubba's kicked out.
But even with Bubba running ahead of somebody, who is it that's right behind him that's near him he has to stay ahead of? Is it Ty?
My word, it's Ty Gibbs, and he's 30 points ahead of him. So
that's what I was thinking. Okay.
If he just, like I heard somebody say, he should just stay on Ty Gibbs' bumper the whole race.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Ty gets wrecked, and he's wrecked at the same position.
Right, you can't lose points, right?
Yeah.
this is a wild call. I could be totally wrong. Ty Gibbs, though, seeing him the way he ran last year, seeing the way he runs now, he's been calm in the Cup car. This right here can determine, though, if he makes the playoffs in his rookie year. I'm just saying, if he gets near Bubba, I wouldn't doubt him throwing blocks or
who knows,
giving him a hard time. I'm just saying there might be some drama there. Let's do one more before we go.
Another one. The Beast.
The Beast.
He got some monster on there, too.
Yeah, he's one of the monster cars. He's got the Beast monster. There's the regular monster, and there's another one coming up that's going to wreck for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
The 45, though, I did hear a small clip of Denny Hamlin talking about how he didn't think 2311 cars were everywhere they should be. He's like, because the 45 should be in better last week at Watkins Glen than this. That he feels like.
Right, because Reddick's such a good
Yeah, and he is.
racer.
I mean, he's amazing, right? He showed up at RCR and started kicking them off. I mean, so no doubt he's amazing. Listen, as we're talking about cars, it makes me think of one thing, and that's being able to experience the outdoors of Southwest Virginia and Northeast Tennessee in the proper manner. And there's only one way to do that, and that's with White Blaze Outdoors. Did you know this?
I didn't.
Well, look, at White Blaze Outdoors, you can go out in the outdoors, and they will show you snakes and salamanders and horses and things. They will touch them. They will put them in their mouth. You don't have to put it in your mouth if you don't want to.
Thank God.
It's quite a deal, and it's something you should check out. We're going to take just a quick break and be right back after this. Oh, boys and girls, wrap it up. Stage 2 coming at you. We're looking at every paint scheme coming up for the big race down in Daytona.
Yes, we are going.
Daytona. And we're going to...
Not us, but...
Yeah, but the race cars.
In our imagination.
Sure. You know, in my imagination, I never understood the game Daytona USA because it was in no way shaped like Daytona. It was like a road course that went through mountains and stuff with like a 5-lane, and I was like, what has this got to do with Daytona? It was just random car jumping. I never got it. Yeah. But they loved Daytona. It didn't even look like Daytona. Mountains you went through. No. There's no beaches or anything. It was like Daytona, Spain or Switzerland or something.
That's it.
Oh, what do we got coming up here? Blaney.
Ron Blaney.
They updated the Advance Auto scheme for speed perks. More yellow on it, yellow hood.
I was going to say they just made a mashup of
Joey
Logano's car and something else.
Yeah. I kind of like the red number on the roof. For some reason, that pops out to me.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's all right. I kind of like the old one better. I don't like the yellow hood. But it's okay. I'll live with it.
Oh, you're colorblind.
That's true.
See,
this one's invisible also. I can't see anything.
You can't see anything.
He needs more black on this one. He needs new paint schemes, what he needs.
He does.
Maybe next year.
I mean, somebody needs to throw some money and get him a new wrap.
Somebody. I mean, they've been using this one for weeks. They just peel it off, put it back on. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. Oh, I tell you what, though. Boot Barn is the place where I'm going every day when I get hungry.
We have a new Boot Barn down here in
It's Bristol, baby.
right?
Yeah, we do. Over at the Pinnacle. We got a boot. Have you been to the Boot Barn?
No, I just drove by and saw it.
Me too.
I don't think I'll ever go in there, really.
Probably. I used to wear boots way back in the day. When I was a young teenager, I had some boots. But I moved on from that, and I don't see myself going back to hard-booted shoes.
Boots. You got the boots.
I wonder if I go in, if they can help me with barns as well as they can the boots.
I bet you they can.
I hope so. I like this color scheme, though. This is another thing. The 38, it seems like every week, they're just like, I don't know if it looks good. And every time they run a scheme, they change it. I swear this is like the 4th Boot Barn scheme Todd's had this year. Like, he's changed it multiple times. One time or 2 times it was camouflage. It was brown.
Yeah. If they didn't use size 6,000 font.
That's true. Listen, they are getting the message across, aren't they? I mean,
be all right.
You aren't missing this. Like, you know what's for sale. Boot Barn. I give it to them. Go for it, boy.
Put it in there.
Yeah. That's a barn.
You got...
Yeah, probably. If he's going to win a race this year, or maybe ever, this could be it, right? Oh, look at Bubba. Oh. Bubba got the Luke Combs add-on. Hard to get a good shot of this. Luke Combs, the country singer, he's on the hood there with his name wrote real big.
Yeah.
Him and Columbia. I like the turquoise. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. They wouldn't put my picture on there and write my name on the side of the door, but country stars have done this, and other bands throughout time. I never really understood the idea, though. To me, it didn't seem like smart advertising to sponsor a race car for one race as much as it costs for an artist, because an artist is something you need to hear the music and like it and stuff. It just seems like it's strange. But I know in Xfinity this weekend we also have Tim McGraw is sponsoring an Xfinity car. So whatever reason, big country music weekend.
All the country stars.
Everybody's coming out.
In Florida?
I get, yeah. Why don't we have the Florida, Georgia line people?
There you
Are
go.
they alive? Is that a thing still? Or did somebody finally free us of that prison?
I'm not worried about it.
You're right.
I'm not
You
worried
definitely
about
don't
any
want
of
to.
this.
Listen, I'll tell you what you can worry about, though. That's free stuff. We give it
Ooh,
away
who wants some free stuff?
every week.
Tell us.
All you got to do is tell us in the comments who's going to win. This is a press junket packet stolen from Bristol Motor Speedway's media center in 1993 about the Valvoline team. You can own it, and all the information is in there. It's glorious. Put your picks in the comments, and maybe you'll get it, and we'll pick you if you're right. But here's a man who can't be picked apart, a man who will stand the test of time, future 8-time Cup champion, Ricky Spinhouse, in his donut car coming through. Man, listen, Ricky's got all the sweet things, doesn't he? Last week we had alcoholic waffles.
Uh-huh.
Now we got stacks of donuts. He's just a glutton.
Orange juice. He just
Oh,
loves sugar.
Just, eat it up, folks. Ricky going to win. Just get sugared up and rattle on down the track. Oh, Ricky, I tell you what. Ricky won the 500. Ricky is the defending track champ winner. He could do it again. And you know what? Ricky knowing he can do it again is the most dangerous part.
Yeah, right?
Ricky thinking, I can win here, will cause Ricky to either win or wreck, one of the two. It will not end well, most likely.
Denny Ham says this is going to be a crash fest.
I think he's right. When you put these people at the end and it's all like, this is it, throw it, that's what they wanted, though, right? They want absolutely insane.
Pandemonium. It's breaking out. Yeah.
Get it going. Get a panda on the track.
Yeah.
Give it some Imodium. Pandemodium.
Yeah. So
Set that loose.
if you do that, then they won't defecate on
Right.
the track and
You don't have to
spin
worry
the
about
cars
it.
out.
You don't have to get the Titans out there to clean that crap up. Here's a guy. Listen, this is I guess not. I want to say this is Kyle's main scheme of the year, but I guess 3-Chi is really.
Yep.
But this is the last time Cheddar's is going to run for the year.
Oh,
So no
cool.
Cheddar's through the playoffs.
Better get him a win.
Right? He better do something if you want those free food chicken tenders on Monday.
He's got a super speedway win this year.
He does, right?
We were there.
That's right. He can pull it off. It would blow my mind. He's won Daytona one other time, and that was the first year he went to JGR. This is the first year he went to RCR. He also won Talladega that year. That's the only time. Maybe history speaks it again. We'll see. I wish I could get to Cheddar's and they would wait on me. Like,
You still got problems over there?
Every time I've been, even since then, I've went maybe once, maybe twice, and still nobody waited on us and we walked out. So I just don't go anymore. Speaking of restaurants closing down, is Fats a national chain or is that something we just have here in Appalachia?
I have no idea.
You never, well, I just saw today that they're all closing all stores, and there's a lot of them around here. So I wasn't sure if that's something everybody's seeing somewhere. But Fats is gone, so they're not sponsored by it.
It's a long time since I went to the Fats Cafe.
Well, that's why they're closing. You didn't.
I didn't support.
You didn't help, and now they're ruined, and their children are going to die. It's a rough life. You know who will feed them now? Brad Keselowski will be there with the rolls
bread,
they need.
Man. The bread.
We go from Kyle's bread to Brad's bread. All bread roll back there.
Bread it up.
Bread roll. Get it? Double. Oh, my gosh. We're getting deep in it. Oh, he is, I've never met the King of Hawaii, but it must have been something for Brad to talk him into sponsoring NASCAR. Just
He's
for
had
bread.
this probably, 8 times this year?
He's getting up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Several times. He even had a modification of it once with some soldiers' names on it. He's definitely a handful at least. It's a big sponsor for him, definitely. It's a hot one. I like it. My wife buys this bread. Is it because it's on the car? I don't think so, but I'm going to say it is. And hopefully they spend more money.
Good job, Brad.
Great job, Brad. Oh, the two.
He's got the
Cardell?
Here's what's
Cabinetry.
happening. He's telling us already about the bleeding wreck that he's going to have
Yeah.
And that there's all this blood across the.
just flooded down at the bottom, standing blood. Just so much blood from the wrecks. Another road course for you, boy, who's the road course expert that didn't make it halfway through the pack.
What is he, like 15th?
16th.
6th.
So, he's doing something. I don't know.
Still finished better, my boy. Can't
can't
drive the speed limit on pit road.
Well, that's true. That's true. But that's hard, you know. You want to get up there. You want to do something. You want to make it happen. Beep your horn. Guys won't come out and give you service. What can you do?
Just go faster.
Oh, look at this new scheme for the 41. Race choice. What is it? I don't know.
It's a choice.
You get to pick what race. Very, very early 90s colors. Very 1991 in my mind. Let's get Vanilla Ice out here.
Yeah.
Let's get our windbreakers going.
Kyle Petty.
Some Kyle Petty running good.
Kyle Petty was winning
BK
races.
Knights, British Knights. Yeah. This takes me back to middle school. It's interesting color and scheme. What about him? Do you think they bring him back? I mean, this is all new. Does the 41 survive this? Do they go to 3 teams? Do they go to 2? The 10, they say, is 99% dead. Smithfield says definitely they gone, which means Eric's just waiting on a time to make an announcement, which means there's nothing there. There's no driver lined up. There's no sponsor. Car has to die, right? What about the 41? It's odd to me if a team has 3 cars instead of 4 or 2. I mean, it can work. It doesn't work as well, though, because usually teams run their teams
they
even like
pair
they're
off.
Yeah, like they're sets of 2s. A 3rd car might just be weird.
I mean, they haven't said anything about him, so I mean, I don't
think they know. I think they don't know what's going on. They're falling apart. They're just like, let's sell half the cars. We don't know what to do. Buy something.
Performance this year. So.
They need Ford performance.
Fords.
Also, Denny Ham. If you're Denny Ham, does this make you want to go to Ford?
No,
right?
I don't think so.
What kind of option are you pulling there? I mean,
the
17 all of a sudden is doing good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a sign of something. I don't know.
I mean, Michael McDowell won.
That's right. Yeah. So maybe just Stuart Haas don't know what they're doing. Here's a man who knows what he's doing when it comes to growing fruit and vegetables. He is a farmer.
Yes.
And he will bring it to your house and smash it on the ground. He is Ross Chastain.
He's not been smashing anything on the racetrack lately.
The summer, dude, he can't do anything in the summer.
It's terrible.
It's mid-pack every single week, and we've got a lot of road courses. But he's right here. He's steady. He's like early 20s every single week, hitting it. I still think he's going to come alive in the playoffs. I still think he's going to go deep. I still think he could make the Final 4 again. Definitely Final 8.
I still stand by my comment last week of the Final 8.
That's the wrong button. I meant to hit. He's got big energy, okay?
Okay.
He's got fruit energy. He's going to have all that beer money next year. The man knows what's coming. He's going to win.
All right.
One more.
Whoa.
Barry stepping over into the 42 this week.
Huh.
For some reason, the German couldn't do it.
Joshua.
So he's going to Ford. He's going to be at the 4 next year. But then again,
I'm surprised they let him run a Chevy.
Well, probably because they don't. I mean, Legacy don't care. Legacy's probably not getting any information from Chevy anyway because they're going to Toyota.
That's right.
So they're probably like, who cares? Just do whatever you want. We ain't helping either one of you. That's another thing that somebody brought up that I never considered. Legacy moving to Toyota puts Legacy in a A-team position spot on equal footing with Joe Gibbs, as where Denny in his deal with 2311 is kind of a B team, and all of their processes go through Joe Gibbs. And also Denny's facing this same thing that Front Row faced, and Furniture Row, and the 96 car, and who was the other one? The 78 and 96, somebody, Lavine Family Racing.
Yeah.
Like, Joe Gibbs charged them out of the sport, right, to run his cars that they were getting. So is that a factor in what's going on with Denny also? How much is Joe pulling off Denny, as compared to what's coming up here? So I don't know. But look.
Sunseeker.
They're going down there to Florida this week. I think it's the next week it opens, so you're just ready for an adventure now. 42 adventure.
There you go.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Speaking of adventures, White Blaze Outdoors, they've got adventures customized for you, your budget and your people. They will provide transportation, equipment, and locations for you to go out and see the beautiful world that is available before you. And if you don't like that, then you can just shut up. We don't want your kind around here anyway. If you can't support White Blaze and let them give you the gift of fresh oxygen and air and everything you need to be a full human, then there's no helping you. Stay tuned for segment 3. We love you.
Wrap it up.
Segment 3 coming at you with the wrap it up for Daytona. The only place that has its own video game that's not in any way based on it whatsoever. I don't know. We could probably say that about a lot of the NASCAR games, honestly, the way they work. The new NASCAR games are coming out, they're saying. Have you seen this?
I saw the news this week.
Just a classic one? Did you see that?
No.
NASCAR, I don't know the details. I didn't get them all. I'm a very busy man, but there's going to be a game where you can race, I guess, all the different generations on consoles. Like, you'll be able to pick, like, an
Nice.
80s car or whatever, so that might be cool.
That would be
Something
cool.
different. Yeah, switch it up. Maybe some arcade stuff. Who knows? Oh, my God, I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry.
Corey LaJoy, he's cool.
He cool. He negu cool.
He negu and the yogurt. That I do believe that's just yogurt in disguise.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how it couldn't be.
Negu. Yogurt.
Negu. It's French. Negu.
Negu.
They put some children on there. They're happy about it. Look.
Yeah,
you put like a...
selling that
Take a
stuff.
look at this
Oh, yeah.
mother load.
That's the mother load right
It
there.
is.
I did see Corey talking about it. He's like, hey, you need to help our sponsor out, send $30, and it bought a jar, which I thought was a strange thing, to give to a child.
A jar of what?
I don't know. There's stuff in the jar for $30, and they take it to the hospital, and they give a jar to the kid in the hospital. I don't know what's in the jar, but you can do it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like it's like cloning sales. I don't know. The cure for whatever's wrong with them. I have no idea. Games. He's just like, sponsor $30 to give a kid a jar. That's all I saw. So, if honey, I don't know. Jar of whatever. Send the kids jars. They need the Negu ice cream.
Yep.
Whatever. The 4 with the gear wrench.
He's looking vicious.
He is looking a little mean, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I hate to tell you, I don't think. Listen, this might be that or this or Dega maybe. I don't know. Like just because of how bad the cars are running, this could be final shots for the 4.
I think Bristol's his best.
Bristol could. But does he have a car that can run Bristol? That's what I'm saying. I just think Stuart Haas. I don't think it's Harvick's forgot how to drive. I think just Stuart Haas is missing horsepower somewhere or handling or something. All. That's an option.
All things.
Could be everything. Nobody knows.
All things, but they're
Just
just
hanging around.
That's true. Just
but they
hanging
ain't going nowhere.
mid to low pack hanging around.
Like the scheme.
Ooh. What about this 99? Listen,
Same scheme.
We talk about this scheme a lot, and we're like, yeah, the scheme don't look that good in person. I went and got a new copy, okay? This is a fresh scheme. Still looks a little shiny, doesn't it?
It looks a little more shiny than it does.
Yeah.
On the track.
Still a little shiny. I tried to tone it down. It's still, I don't know. For some reason, I don't know if they changed it or maybe I'm just tripping out. Like, it seems like it has more blue in the back. Maybe the C pillar wasn't blue before. I don't know. Who knows? Who could keep up with it?
Suarez, if he don't win, he's out.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's win or nothing. So, but there's a lot of people win or nothing. Anybody between 5th, 16th, and 30th, right?
Yeah.
It's win or nothing. Chase Elliott, win or nothing.
Win or nothing.
Plenty of people. That's why it's going to just be absolutely insane. I mean, everybody's going to be like, I need everybody else to wreck. And I'm going to have to force them from the back. There's just going to be a train pushing the front that won't stop just to make them wreck so somebody else can come in. I'm down for it. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, look.
Switching it up.
He got a sponsor this week. He got that
Switching it up.
Live Fit juice.
Boo by boo.
This man.
Somebody I worked with at the bike shop the other day was asking me, have you ever heard of these Celsius energy drinks? And I was like, well, matter of fact, I have.
Know all about it, but hadn't tried it.
Have not tried it because it's just too much. Seems like it's too much caffeine in it.
I'm going to get one. I'm going to try it on the way down somewhere. Next time we go, that's going to be my thing. I'm going to be like, all right, we're going to do it.
Well,
We'll get 2 different flavors.
I'll skip coffee that morning, and
See.
we'll get these.
Get cranked on them.
Get
Probably
crunk on them.
crash in the middle of the day and just fall apart and see what happens. All right, let's. 15 car is a pile of crap. I'm just going to tell you right now. it has got Brandon Poole driving it this week. He has got the Alter G. That's like Alter Bridge. Remember that band? It was like Creed without the lead singer, right? Well, they broke up. Now it's Alter G, right? So I have no idea. Brandon did not run the car last week, as you know. It was Andy Lally, who I know you're a huge fan of. He is a powerful man at the track. I keep hitting all the buttons wrong.
Man, he is.
And he got this wonderful finish for your boys at Rick Ware Racing. Rick Ware, next year, again, going to have that 31 driver in their car, and boy, everyone's just excited for what's to come for those teams.
I know, it's just going to be insane.
There's just,
they're going to have so much.
Here comes the money.
They're going to need a lot of money. Going to have to fix a lot of cars and do a lot of something else probably. Oh, your boy finally back here. Brandon got your boy.
Got him.
Just a
I'm not worried about
just a
it.
disappointment.
I'm not worried about any of
Just a disappointing day. And then we're going to a plate track. He's not his best thing, is
He's
it?
not as good. He's not too good at plate tracks.
He doesn't care for them. He doesn't like to
So-
talk about them, look at them with his eyes.
Last time he
Be
was
with them.
last time he just rocked the world of the 41.
Yeah.
When we were at
Yeah.
Vega.
Yeah, they got
That was a vicious crash.
It was. There were people in the stands. If you go back and watch our video from that, there's some people who were right beside of us who were big Larson fans. They
Yeah.
were very passionate about it. They wanted the 41 to be murdered
On
in
the
public.
spot.
Yes, they wanted a public hanging or firing of Ryan Preece over this. They called for his death multiple times.
Well,
They were upset.
I'm sure that Ryan really wanted to go through
Oh,
that.
yeah, right, yeah. Like he was, I'll just
Let me
total
hit
my
this
car
guy.
at the end. Yeah.
Let me hit this guy really hard.
Oh, 78.
Ooh,
Listen.
blaster, coming with the big energy,
Oh.
filling all the gaps in my windows and shooting the hornets.
Oh, the blaster. Listen, it's not the right scheme. I'm just going to tell you right now. It says BJ's name up there. Josh Bickle's going to run it again. Josh Bickle
Oh.
drove last week, but this week, Slazenger or whatever the crap is, Ziegler with his sponsors backed
Ziegler's-
out. He's got the blaster he took away from BJ, so they're too lazy to post a picture of the car with his name on it. So this is the best I could do.
They won't even put Balicki's name on
Yeah,
it.
they don't even care. They're just like,
Oh,
whatever.
whatever.
You've seen it.
I mean, come on.
This far in the season, all the blaster checks have already cleared. They're like, we ain't worried about it. They ain't coming back next year. We don't even have a race team.
This guy will lose 2 laps.
This guy going to lose a whole race
super
team to what
speedway.
he's going to do. This is going to get ridiculous. I don't see the 78 existing next year. Maybe I'm wrong. But tell me this. Does the charter need to exist for the 78 to exist next year, really? Most every race, we've had 36 cars. He
So-
could have showed up like every race and still
so
made
he
the
can
race.
just qualify in.
Right. I mean, I don't know that you need a $20 million charter when the field is only full like 3 races a year. Yeah, that's just, I mean, that much money for that one guaranteed spot over that seems a little much to me, but whatever. We'll find out how the blaster pays for it.
Find out about this.
JJ.
Another one.
You know who drove this last week?
Michael.
Cold Custard. Ice Cold Custard drove this last week.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yes. But we got J.J. Yaley, the right-hand man to Rick Ware. I think when J.J.'s not in the car, he's like Rick Ware's butler at his house or something. He's got some deal. He has a hold on him, definitely.
He loves it, man.
He's all about it.
I mean,
You're the boss, Jimmy.
That's right.
I'm the boss.
Jimmy's over it, too, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Jimmy's, everybody's switching manufacturers. Maybe, who knows, maybe Rick Ware goes to Chevy just to freak it all out.
Jimmy Johnson is the top guy for hiring butlers for the other race car owners.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, that does make a lot of sense to me. I could see him doing that. That's a skill you can see him having in an everyday thing.
Oh, yeah.
The 43 did not have a good run.
Speaking of Jimmy Johnson.
Speaking of Jimmy, he's
You're the boss, Jimmy.
man. I
I'm
think
the
I can
boss.
touch 2 buttons every single time I try. Allegiant every week. And again, this brings up a big point. Not just Jimmy, but Gallagher, who is the principal owner, right? Announced day before yesterday. Today's Thursday when we usually film, so Tuesday. At the end of the season, his truck team, GMS, will cease operations completely. So they're going to shut down. I think this has to do with the move to Toyota because I heard him on Sirius XM, Gallagher, a couple months ago, talking about the move, and they said, well, what about your truck team? You know, Jimmy doesn't own part of that, but you own it still, and you own this. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can't say anything about that. And then he was like, well, I guess I can't really run them different, so I might as well tell you, yeah, it's going to be, I'll have to change it because our Cup team is going to be that. And maybe Toyota didn't reciprocate that. Toyota just paid Todd Gilliland's dad a bunch of money to be a Toyota team and all this crap, where Kyle left. Maybe they didn't want more Toyotas, and he's just like, fine, I'll just shut down the trucks. Or maybe he's just losing money. I don't know.
And he may just be running out of cash money.
Yeah. Well, $100 a flight. I mean, you know, it adds up.
Yeah.
Bags, that's how they get you. It's like $30 for one bag.
Yeah.
I'm way a lot more than 3 bags. You know, it's not a good prorated. I lied about the doing one more. This is it, because this is
the farewell dance.
Maybe
the farewell tour.
The last Daytona for the Stewart-Haas 10 car with Eric Almirola and Smithfield on it. Most definitely, I would say that combination of all, but maybe for every one of them, maybe all 3 are gone at the end of this season. If you've got to be Eric, you've got to just like this race in Talladega. Just super Hail Mary. I mean, you just don't lift even to go into the pits, and when they black flag you, you just keep driving. Like you refuse to get off the track. He will win, right? He's got nothing to lose. There's no more shots. I hate to see it go. I mean, I've never been a 10 car. I like Eric, but anybody else who drove the 10 car for Stewart-Haas, Danica, never was amazing to me. It's never been an amazing car.
No.
It's always been subprime lender. Is that a thing? Is that a thing you do for a car? Get subprime rates? I'd like to get a subprime rate on a car. I don't know. Finance it like a house.
Nah.
Best thing you can do is finance your car for like 40 years.
Yeah.
Right. Stretch it out to like payments are like $5 a month.
$5 a month.
Just as many as you can. You know what, though, you don't have to do? If you go to White Blaze Outdoors, you can go on a hike, and you don't have to have a car. And you don't have to finance and go into debt for 40 years just to have simple transportation. White Blaze Outdoors will pick you up, meet you, take you to the hiking spots, take you to see wild horses that you could even pet with your hands or feet.
Man.
They will do it all for a price that will blow your mind. Give White Blaze a call, and while you're at it, come back for segment 4, stage 4, the last stage we're going to do and wrap this sucker up. Justin, are you excited?
Yeah!
Wrap it up.
It's the Wrap It Up paint scheme preview and race review show.
That's it.
Coming to you from the Miami Herald Fairgrounds live with the world's largest elephants, starring Barry Befidelia on open mic.
That's it.
Stay tuned for all your favorite soap opera stars coming up next,
And
paint schemes. Let's look at those. What we got? I tell you what, this man right here,
the defending champion of this race.
Last year, same paint scheme too as last year. He's trying for the magic. He's hoping nobody notices.
He's not the magic man.
He's probably not.
And he's having a terrible year.
He is. And he's been at the back constantly. Here's this finish, 31st out of 36.
Ooh.
Could that be a benefit to him this year again? If everyone in the front wrecks trying to win the race, and he's in the back, he's like, hey, I can beat my brother, right?
I mean,
get Ty out of here, and then he's got another win.
Ty Dillon.
Huge.
I mean, he might.
I doubt it very much.
I doubt it.
I'm going to say back, maybe mid. I don't think he doesn't try, but I don't think he succeeds. Here's somebody who's got to try so hard that he cannot be alive. And if I'm not mistaken, Lumar.
What is this?
That's a window film that stops light from coming through your windows. And believe it or not, that is a local sponsor to us. My friend, this is Eastman. This is Eastman's product.
I was going to say, I thought that was like ringing a bell for some reason.
Yeah. So this is like the new 4 car for us, right? This is the new Kodak car.
Wow.
Our local sponsor. You know, I'm noticing in the back there, they kind of changed it up. It's kind of like it has paper flames on the back or something.
Yeah, he rolling.
He doing something. I don't think he's drove this sponsor this year. Or maybe he did once. I know when he got filled in for it ran by Tommy Snodgrass or whatever his name was, the sports car racing guy, the what is his name? That guy, that driver that came and filled in for him, he has like a alternate personality where he dresses up like a NASCAR guy with a mullet and stuff. His name's like Billy Sandstorm or something. I can't remember it. Anyway, when he drove the car one race, he drove for this sponsor, and I want to say there was one other, maybe Barry had. But anyway, he way in the back, terrible week, has to win to get in. Not something you would think we'd be going to, would you?
That's crazy.
It is kind of crazy.
They think they know how much fuel's in their car, too.
Yeah, that's a little weird, wasn't it? He could win, though. It could happen. I mean,
it could.
It could. Will it?
I don't think so.
Probably not, but it could. NASCAR would love it.
NASCAR would just poop their pants.
They'd be happy about it.
If he wins.
They will. And it may happen. Here's a man we don't have to worry about.
I'd poop my pants if this guy wins. On purpose.
On purpose. Right. That's fair. He probably would too.
Yeah.
I did see like a photo of him, and he was there, and it was like a quote from him. He's like, "We've had 2 shots to win this year, only 2." I'm like, I don't know that you really had those, honestly.
What was he talking about?
I don't know. I guess he thinks maybe this is one of them. I mean, but everybody does. But again, I keep going back to, and I've talked about it all year. I don't know that they got anybody better, but I don't know how much longer you can leave Harrison Burton in this car without him stepping it up, you know. I'll tell you who steps it up every week and then steps it down.
There it is.
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon. Again.
Doing it. Got Rick on the back. Nation's Guard. 77. Who could possibly drive this car next year, you think? Who could it be? It's not going to be Ty. We all know that now.
Roy
would probably do a good job.
They're putting him in.
He might as well.
He's coming off the bench.
I mean, Ty beat 2 people this week, I think. And one of them broke down, right? So, I think maybe Roy, whoever he is, could do just as good.
Yeah.
Man, Ty's got to feel bad about himself. He really does. I'm sorry, Ty.
That's the corn dog man.
Maybe you ought to go to selling corn dogs. He ought to get over in the snack stands. Maybe that's where his future is. He could serve corn dogs much better than he could race cars. State Fair,
He could sell State Fair corn dogs at the State Fair.
Man. That marketing does it itself right there. That gives you everything you want.
Hey, at least this is different.
Yeah. We've had this scheme before, but it was a terrible picture. So we got a good shop picture. It looks a lot better in the shop picture.
It does.
Magical Vacation Planner.
Is this timeshares?
I believe it is. It's the timeshares. And I like red, white, and black. I like the colors. But again, timeshares don't seem, in my understanding, I've never owned one. Maybe you have. Maybe you've had good luck with it. My understanding is nobody really comes out on the deal, though. But what do I know? I'm not rich.
Here comes the money.
I just play a lot, to quote the poet. The 54 has what we're going to say is a new scheme. He's had freight auctions before. Well, this week, Freight's changed it to freight racing. What does that mean? I have no freaking clue. I don't know what any of that is, but they were very here it is.
They bought the racing out.
I guess.
At the auction.
Okay. Maybe you race the freight. You go, it's like you buy the storage units people don't pay for, right? You get all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? They had those shows where they rig it up, but they did it in real life. And then whatever's in it, though, you have to drive it. Like if there's a TV, that's what you're racing. Somebody else is on like a bed, and they're rolling them down like the road. And that would be a cool show. You have to race whatever you buy in this. You have to make a car out of it. Somebody just finds roller skates. Like, yes.
Yeah, here he is.
Quick Tie. One of the Smith boys. Chandler. Coming in, running all the big ones, trying to get some experience. He could very well, would make sense, wouldn't it, for him to possibly be filling the 31 seat, considering that's the same team and they've been developing him.
All they have to do is switch the number. So
right, you just flip it.
Just flip it.
Flip
flop, boop bop, and then he's
good.
He's set.
That's it. That's all you got to do. If he knew that, he'd probably do it. But bigger news, like, oh my gosh.
Take a look at this motherload.
They say that Denny has had talks with Smith to come drive the 67 next year.
I thought it was Zane Smith.
You're right. It is Zane and not Chandler. But that still blows my mind.
Oh, yeah, it's still kind of...
Because Zane is just apparently a super hot equity more than I realized. I mean, I knew Front Row had him, and that's great for Front Row. But for Denny to be like, hey, we want that guy.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Right? Jordan got the money. He can make things happen. I don't mean that to-
Mikey.
Oh, super crap. Let me just tell you about this trash. It is
man.
absolute
This
motherload of trash.
I ain't going to Disney World either.
Riley Herbst coming out of the Stewart Haas stable, but they didn't have room in the 15 this week, so somehow they finagled it around in Front Row. They borrowed. Really, this is what's going on. The Front Row isn't actually doing this car. They borrowed Front Row's number for Ford.
Borrowed the font. From
and,
Front Row.
And it looks terrible. Look at it. The font on this with this green, it looks like Mike Skinner or Kenny Shepard or somebody's getting ready to drive this car. That's how bad it looks. Or maybe even, oh, man, it just hit me. This has got, you remember when, was it Boris Said had Monster for a little while? And it was like a generic Monster. Like, and it looked poor. And it was maybe, was it 36? It was 30-something. Oh, crap. Like, it's coming back to me. This was like COT. Boris said maybe had his own team for like one season. It was an energy drink, and it was like 30-something was the number. He never, had anything great. It might be like the start of COT. Man, I don't know, but this old boy right here.
He gonna wreck somebody.
That's that. Yeah, if there's a bet to put out on wrecking, this your boy right here. Yeah. One more that didn't enter last week, the 62 Austin
Hill. I mean, he's good.
He could do something.
He likes this place.
Signed a multi-year deal to stay with RCR, they said, but going to stay in the Xfinity Series next year makes me think, in the way they talked about some Cup coming up, maybe the next year they're planning on moving a third car up. Maybe the 62, maybe Richard just talks these people into letting him run this car, and y'all pay some bills, and I'll put the car out, and you can be your car, and I'll do it.
Maybe he gets rid of GS1.
Man, it's just a hard one to see with the whole Papal thing. I would be like, oh, yeah, definitely, if he didn't own the company. That's the problem. United Rentals is, though, an interesting sponsor to be over here for me, because that's been the people who brought the primary amount of money that put Ryan Preece into the 41 this year.
Yeah. I was going to say, they're with Ford and...
Right. So maybe that's another sign that, Priest and the 41's falling apart. We're going to take our money over to Hill since he's on the come up. I don't know. Maybe they like both of them. Who knows?
They just want everybody to rent from them.
Together. United. All at once.
Juntos.
That does the field. That's 39 cars that are going to run at Daytona.
It's a lot.
We're going to watch it on TV. It's going to be on Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Have you heard anything about the weather? You're a weather man almost.
I just know it's rainy season in Florida.
So it's going to rain. Rained last year.
At some point.
Rained multiple times while we were there.
Yeah, off and on all night.
Yeah. And then even the next day.
And the next day.
And then it would race a little while, and then it'd rain.
Then we had to get on a plane, and
yeah.
At least we didn't, have to sit there and suffer through watching Austin Dillon win the race.
It's true. At least we got to miss the celebration. I thought about it for a minute. I was like, at one point this week, I was like, maybe should we go to Daytona? Should I text Justin and be like, let's go to Daytona? Knowing we probably wouldn't, but
catch an Allegiant flight.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, we could go cheap. And then I was like, we'll wait. There's more coming up. What do you think, Justin? Last one of the regular season. That means we got 10 episodes left after this, or 11. I don't know how it works. We do them afterwards. I can't remember. What do you think? Who's going to win this Big Daddy?
Man, I think that we're going to see a Ford in victory lane.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say that it's going to be Mr. Brad Keselowski.
Ooh, that's a strong call, and I think it's a probable call. Could be a real one. I think things are going to get nuts. I'll just be honest with you. I think something insane is going to happen. I don't know what off the top of my head, but it's going to be something stupid. I know I got to give a number. I just don't know what number to give that's the stupidest. I'm going to go out and say the 31. The 31 wins and then leaves. We're just going to get nuts.
I mean, yeah, Justin Haley's won.
He's won there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's won a super.
It was the 77. Yeah, when he was in the 77. And they need a win. there needs to be a random wrench, and there's going to be a bunch of wrecks, so something random could happen. I'm just throwing it out. I've been wrong every race this year, so I'm just going to pick the most random possible thing and see if it works. Maybe that will be the thing. I'll just start drawing numbers out of a hat in the future.
Voila.
All right, folks, I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one or a terrible one. I don't know. Justin hates road courses now.
I do.
Maybe, possibly. You don't know. We'll see what happens, but please, I beg you every day, give White Blaze a call. Look that's a salamander. What kind of salamander is it? Do you know?
A salamander. That's a black racer.
Black racer. I've had one of those in my yard. You told me before. I said, what kind of snake is this? You said, that's a racer. That's the only thing I had.
Well, I can't even see. I can't see from here what that is.
There's a snake laying right there in the woods, in that right there, and you cannot see it if you try. That's why White Blaze would be important. You go out in the woods by yourself,
you'll die.
Snake right in, you're dead.
You will die.
This man, listen, go check out his Frogs and Snakes channel. He'll show you. He's just walking around, boom, boom, snake, snake, snake. It's death everywhere in the woods. You got to get a hold of White Blaze if you want to be safe. And that's all I know. Justin, any final thoughts as we go?
Yep, a back up.
Praise the Lord. We love every one of you. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you.